right, we are back for our third game of the evening. Kenos here with Infinite. Um, Casters are ready to roll as we are informing the players. Infinite. So this is actually a rematch, though the team names are going to be swapped on us. So, do you think we're going to see similar lineups from both of our teams, or do you think there's going to be some targeted bans going down?
Um, I think I think there'll be some targeted bans at least from the new Cowbell team as to what they just saw, what they saw worked well. I think Set will get banned. I think there's a good chance. I don't think they'll ban something like Jax because I do feel like they only picked Jax because they were banking on the Nocturne pick. But
Do you think there's going to be a Pike ban? I could see a Pike ban.
yeah, I think Pike, I think Set. I was gonna say Ash and Caitlyn. Still, I think will get banned. Maybe the Morgana still. Yep, there's the Pike. Okay. And then maybe something like Zareth, just in case. Or the Lee. Okay, Lee.
Yeah, because they gotta also keep in mind, even though these are the same teams, there is still the after effects of Game 1 as well.
Yep.
Pick a fight you can't win.
Okay, so I was right about the Set and the Ash for sure. Now if we can get Caitlyn and Morgana, I'll have gotten all the ones I said.
I'm interested to see if they Ace is gonna stay ADC, and if so, if they're going to bother banning things like Xerath. I know Ace does like Lucian, so I'm surprised they banned that, but you know, there's other considerations other than what your players like.
Right.
Alright, so Caitlyn does get banned as well.
Good.
Alright, Cowbell, who was formerly Brew City Brawlers, you've got first pick and second pick. Yasuo Yone. Let's go.
Let's do it. They're gonna hover, yes. Here we go. Tease us with it.
I do like this Volibear pickup though. Also, can I just say how awesome Volibear's new art is?
Yeah, no, he's great. He's really annoying now, but he's a lot of fun to play too. So he's very strong at the moment as well. So that's a good first pick.
Going with the Ezreal again. Alright. Rigosaurus suggesting a Morgana pickup. She was not banned, that is very true. Morgana could definitely help, assuming that Brew City Brawlers goes for something as kind of forwardly aggressive as they were with the pikes and stuff last game.
Yep. Okay, no surprise there with the Morgana pick. So good call out there, Gregosaurus.
Alright, so Ezreal, Morgana, Volibear.
So I think now you pick your bot lane from Brew City side. You know what you're going to be up against, so
They're not going to do it because Ace is bot. Yeah,
And,
just the Kog'Maw.
yeah, Kog'Maw's he performed well that last game, so it's a safe pick.
Morg Ez is kind of like budget Morg Kate. If you say so, Greg. Alright, so we got Kog'Maw. We'll see if the support is picked up as well. I thought Zarya did very well, even though she was on the opposing team. And of course, Pike did great as well. Got banned. Ooh, Xerath. Alright.
Interesting. I almost wouldn't have minded something more like a Lulu support here, though.
Olaf. Alright. That's interesting. If you asked me who I was expecting to see today, I would not have said Olaf.
So now I think Cowbell bans out some jungle options because it's probably Volibear top. I know Eternal plays a lot of Volibear, so I expect to see some jungle bans from their side, and then some top bans from Brew City.
So, if Olaf is also top, it means we're going to have a lightning fight on top, which is pretty cool.
That would be cool. Olaf with Ghost Olaf is actually pretty strong, so I could see it.
Does with the Malphite ban though, it seems as though Brew City is expecting that Olaf's jungling.
Yeah, that's probably the case. Also, Prowler's pointing out something that I definitely didn't think about. Yeah, I'm definitely not going to see a Lulu. Ace hates Lulu, so.
Which is
Wait,
funny
wait.
because I think Lulu kind of helps with Ace's playstyle.
Yeah, no, I kind of pointed that out the other day. That I didn't really understand why he hated Lulu so much, because it did match his playstyle pretty well, in my opinion.
We gotta Burn the Heretic is predicting Xerath support. No, I think it's gonna be a Pantheon support. Yeah, Pantheon support would also play into Jared's playstyle.
Yeah, that's
Batshit
true.
Insane.
It's also really strong right now, so that I don't think a lot of people realize how good Pantheon support is at the moment.
Alright, so we have a Yasuo ban, which to me kind of feels like we gotta ban something. Alright, so Garen top. Unless he's gonna be mid. I've been wrong before. So a couple of tanky / off tanky characters. Ooh, I like this jungle pick if it gets locked in. Alright. Ivern got banned game 1, I believe.
Yes.
So seeing him will be cool. I'd like another slightly tankier character for a last pick here. Who I'm guessing would be the support, unless Xerath is the support. So
I'm guessing this last one is going to be the support pick, though. And we would both be wrong, I think, if this is a Silas lock-in.
Alright, cool. So Xerath support then, probably.
Yep.
That's cool. I like seeing Silas. Reminds me of other games that won't be mentioned. Alright, so last pick over here on this side would be mid lane, more than likely, unless Morgana is...
I was going to say pick someone like Zed or Kassadin, an assassin that can get in there and kill the Xerath and Kog'Maw, and not really a whole lot you can do about it, so...
Cool. Alright, so this is a very old school team from Cowbell here. I like this quite a lot. You got people that I hated playing against when I first started playing League all those millions of years ago.
Both these teams are very strong. Bruce City has a lot of really good front line with the Volibear and the Silas Ivern, and then we've already seen the crazy amount of poke that can come out of both Xerath and Kog'Maw.
Yeah, sorry, 1 second. Nickelbacker, it was Taric jungle that terrified you before. Sorry, continue, Infinite.
On the other side, though, you kind of have almost the same exact thing. You have a great front line with Garen and Olaf. You can't stop Olaf, and then Kassadin also is very hard to stop and lock down. So it's going to be hard to keep those champs like Kog'Maw and Xerath alive if Cowbell can get in there, which they have the chance to do it. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm very interested to see how this Cowbell team that I'm going to refer to as the Back to Basics team is going to do here. Well, I mean, tell me I'm wrong. You know, this is
It's so accurate, it hurts.
this is stuff that has worked in League of Legends for, you know, however long the game's been going on now. I can't
Forever,
remember.
for the last decade.
Right. For at least the last 9 or 10 years, these 5 champs have been around and been busting heads. Sure, lots of people have fond memories of Kassadin destroying them the first time they ran into him. And then, you know, on the other side we have the Aces Kog'Maw, which was very scary last time, and very strong contenders. Ivern was obviously banned for a reason in game 1. And now he'll get a chance to shine. Silas can get a lot of really crazy stuff done. I mean, especially like Silas stealing Morgana's ult. Absolutely insane. Garen's ult, another big contender.
Ezreal's ult. Yeah, there's a lot of good ults on that team to work with.
Yeah, there's a lot of crazy things Silas can do. I'm really looking forward to that. Hopefully we...
Even Olaf's ult would be a good steal. Is Kassadin the only bad steal here? Because he only gets 1 flash from it, right?
Mm-hmm. I'm pretty sure he does.
So that's really the only bad choice here.
But, you know, if Kassadin's chasing you, free flash is a free flash.
So even that can have its moments for utility versus the other 4, which are really good for a fight or a steal of some sort.
So very excited for the Silas. Hopefully we see good things out of Sugo Tensei for that.
He
And
performed pretty well last week, and he's done pretty good this week thus far. So I'm excited for it.
And once again, seeing that Volley Bear top is going to be a lot of fun. Assuming it's not Ivern top.
Don't roll it out though.
Right. So yeah, I'm excited to see more solid play out of Cowbell, and hopefully they can turn that into something. And you've been pretty good on the predictions so far. Infinite, you want to go 3 for 3?
I think, yeah, I'm gonna give it to Bruce City on this one too, though. Honestly, I think Cowbell definitely can win this one if they can get out of their own heads. But there's that last game, like they really have to shake that one off and just not let it matter at all. And as a person who tilts pretty easy, I know how hard that can be.
I do note Heretic saying that the bot lane is very immobile for Bruce City, and that is certainly true.
Yep.
I'm not a huge fan of immobile lanes, but there's only so much you can do. Eventually, you're going to have to play a mobile character. Just as long as it's not Brand. I'm going to cry for a while. Alright, so we got Sigtao Eternal with 1,000 Pierced Bear, which I was skipped over forgetting, so I'm mad about that too.
That's rough, buddy.
It's a shame that Garen and Silas don't have skins, but there's only so much you can do.
I think I give this to Brew City. I like the I liked 2 of their skins a lot more.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
And
I
we've
would
had
agree with
really
that.
good load times today.
Oh yeah. Absolutely. What is the... Okay, so I'm... Olaf always bothers me because so many people always just pick Brolaf. So whenever I don't see a Brolaf, I appreciate it.
Oh, that's a good point. I don't like that skin either. So
I have nothing
There's the
necessarily against it,
skin.
it's just so lazy.
yeah, there's a few skins that like I don't necessarily hate. It's just you only ever see them, like Nasus and his what is it, the Infernal one,
Hmm.
and then Darius. Before they came out with God, it was always Dunkmaster, and it still almost always is Dunkmaster.
Ooh, big dive here in on the casting. J-Dog might have a rough early game again, but does get to flash. That's something. I do also like that Cassidy skin, so I think I'm going to go with Cowbell in the skins department this game.
Okay, all right.
Though, not a fan of that Ezreal skin, if I'm being honest.
Minions have spawned.
It's alright. I'm not a fan of the Ivern skin, so
Yeah, I mean, I don't like the joke skins.
yeah, I've never been a huge fan of them. There's a few that I don't mind. Like the Christmas line is decent in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Like Vigar, that one's pretty good. But for the most part, nah, yeah, I could do without.
Alright, so we've got the Cassidon and the Silas meeting up here in the bot lane. Of course, going and making friends.
Nickel responding to my comment about fast load times. Finally got that Alienware brand deal for better PCs.
And that is a spooky volley bear. Ivern going for the big gank already, similar to what we saw in game 1, only reversed now. Since there are not huge ganks coming in from the new one. If I misname the teams, I'm not going to apologize for it. Alright. So big damage once again. J-Dog, though, taking it very well.
I think, yeah, I mean, he's actually winning this trade so far.
He is being too aggressive.
Why?
Ignite
Why?
might have done that Ignite a little bit earlier into the fight. Morgana is here. First blood comes out. Flash, double flash. Nice. Alright. Good trade back. I'll take that.
Yeah, good trade back, but once again, I just don't understand. Like, he walked all the way up into those minions. Like, this just seemed so unnecessary to put that much pressure on.
Yeah, J-Dog definitely being very aggressive tunnel vision player today.
Ooh, Garen forced to flash away. Volibear almost takes the kill there.
I think you actually almost getting killed by minions then too.
Yeah.
Very close. I actually wonder if Sigtao should have been a little bit more aggressive there with the low health on there.
Yeah, I think he could have actually dove that and gotten away, both with the kill and still escaped before dying to tower. But that's a good level of respect. He plays Garen a lot, so I think he knows how much health Garen can get back really fast.
Also, of course, that Garen silence could impact him sort of dives as well.
Yep. Yeah, good call.
And it's interesting because you had mentioned when we were looking at the champ selections, you mentioned the Olaf with the Ghost, but he actually likes to go with the Flash. Did let him pick up that kill.
Yeah, Olaf Ghost is more common if he goes top lane. Typically, I do see jungles still take Flash, usually.
A little bit of trouble here, but is able to turn it around a little bit. Can he get away? 29 hit points. Here comes Brandana. Nice.
Brandana is doing work to either keep him alive or turn a fight so it's 1-for-1.
Absolutely. I mean, just that presence is so intimidating here. Actually, I don't agree with that Sugo at all.
No.
Those J-Dogs definitely go back. Mixlink unfortunately did miss the skill shot there in the beginning of the fight. I would have picked him up and land that, but from that angle in particular.
A lot of aggression going down on Ezreal, and that is a dead Ezreal.
Yeah, gotta look out for that stun coming out of the Xerath. Those sorts of very effective stuns you don't necessarily expect in the bot lane until doing like matching. Learn to respect those. So Volibear and Garen still relatively even. Brandana's sweeping outside of the J-Dog once again getting a lot of damage, poking as best he can. Huge moves up. Ivern was also in the red side. Oh, here goes Brandana again, trying to get some plays. Does land the slow, picks up the axe to do it again. Ooh, bad time on that.
We're gonna get him. Yep. Probably needed to wait until you could either dodge an axe or at least get your full movement speed back before you flash. Because that made it super easy for him to be able to throw another axe, keep you in that slow state, and then continue the chase.
Alright, Infinite, are you ready for the most confusing sentence I can say about this game?
Let's hear it.
Unlike in the first game when Blue City Ballers was falling behind, Cowbell is now seizing the lead.
Yeah.
Who am I
Garen
talking
is
about?
in trouble.
Angry
Hits
Bear.
though.
Let's get that good stun off.
One more hit should do it though, and kill over to Sigtal Eternal. Looks like there is a setup happening for Dragon here though.
Yep, big root there on Xerath though. Not the most sturdy Brew City lineup down here in the bot, but we do have Silas waiting in the wings. Is spotted though. So they're turning on him and he's got to get out of it.
They had Kog'Maw go back to lane to clean that up, which is a good call. But they need to, yeah, they need to not fight yet until they can get back.
Yeah, I'm not sure who would be able to get a better position if that 3-on-3 had happened.
It looks like everyone's backing off, realizing that none of them have enough health or good enough position to be able to make something happen there. Does put him in a position to be able to gank top. Meanwhile, bot is having a decent amount of action.
Yeah, the big thing about the way the supports and burst damage down in the bot lane are is that sometimes the fights can be over before we even realize they've been done. If the lanes are coordinating well enough. I am liking all of these lanes they're putting in the mid-push lane to really prevent Silas from getting any sort of range. Big fight happening up here though. Olaf going straight. He does not have the durability to go up against Kog'Maw. And now there's even more potential damage coming out here. Yep, even the spell shield is not safe from Xerath. Ezreal's going to go up too as Daisy and Lisa. Oh, doesn't.
Ooh. and that was overestimating how ahead you were. We've seen that a lot tonight, though. A lot of people. I feel like it's that, as I said earlier, that solo queue mindset. People are like, I can do it. I've got it. I've got this.
Well, I've always thought that Olaf was surprisingly squishy.
Yeah, he is. He is.
You know, you get most. You get most tanky melee damage dealers like your Garens and Riven. You know, sometimes depending on what her first item is. And you can survive things like that. But Olaf, I've never had the impression that you would do that. Ooh, alright, so we got another kind of like turnaround gank here.
Uh-oh. Came in too far, though.
Is gonna die. Ivern helping close that out. J-Dog, stay back. J-Dog. J-Dog, I'm going to try to talk directly to you. Go home. I don't know if he can listen. He's gonna watch it. Sorry if anything interesting happening in this room. Watching J-Dog not go home. Yep, alright. So where were we? Okay, CB Hickey, still getting bullied by this volley bear. Their gold is relatively close though. Queen Elizabeth says hopes he gets smacked on principle. Yep, here we are.
Who is she referring to?
J-Dog.
J-Dog, yeah. For staying when he knows better.
Yep. We do
Yeah,
have a
that's
sneaky teleport coming in here though with no vision. Silas
Ooh.
is in a lot of trouble here. Can push and get away. Ivern does manage to get away. I don't think the damage is there yet.
They didn't prioritize the same target. Oh. Yeah, they just didn't prioritize the same target there.
Yeah, that should have been launched a little bit lower. Guy's not gonna hide directly behind a tower like that. When your Ezreal shot is 80% turret, you should aim the rule.
True. Ooh. Ezreal barely lives. Xerath there at the bottom.
30 some health. Still not any like crazy plays from Silas yet. He hasn't really needed to make any, despite every dive. Checking out the gold here, 700 gold.
Yeah, he's done a good job of when he has died though, he's usually gotten either himself or someone else something in return.
Yeah, it's generally due to overcommitting, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Looks like Ace and Alpha maybe he'll get his first turn. Oh, another fight in the mid lane here. J-Dog doesn't go down. So, okay. Run away.
Okay. Alright.
You can do it, J-Dog. You can run away. I believe you.
We give you permission. You don't have to stay committed to every fight all the time.
My god, man. You have 210 hit points. What are you doing? Alright. Doesn't seem like there's anyone coming to punish for this. Silas is only just back. Focus from Brew City on the on Nelly here.
So bot lane down to their last turret or last plate, sorry. Before the turret is gone. I think with that knowledge, you try to make something happen either down there, or you try and beat them by forcing a fight at Shelly.
Well, Kassadin does use that free blink. For a little bit on that. Oh, Ivor's a lot of fun.
About to go down. Yep.
Yeah, this top lane, despite how relatively quiet Garen's existence has been, even with Ivern's support, is not equipped to deal with an angry Olaf and Garen, I would say. Bot lane is in a bit of trouble though. This turret is definitely going to go down now, I would say.
Yep. And first
Being very
turret.
aggressive.
Yeah.
Alright, first turret goes to Brew City.
In response to Olaf, knowing that they obviously were aggressive down there, he needed to. I mean, they just had gotten a kill top lane. You take Rift after that immediately, right?
Certainly should try it.
Silas diving. Is the ignite going to be enough? It is, and he survives.
Yeah, we're seeing the gold difference now, even though it's only 800. That's enough for Silas to get enough durability to survive these engagements now. But they do manage to pick up the dragon as well. So lots of active play coming out of Brew City here after a relatively weak opening.
Yeah. Honestly, I was kind of hoping I would be wrong and that Cowboy would win this one. And it looked like they definitely, they still can. They can still turn this around, but they started doing same thing they've been doing, overcommitting to some fights, diving at some points. If they stop doing that, I still think they can turn this around.
Yeah, I would agree. J-Dog being very aggressive here, but he is up against the support Sarah. Oh, links right into a.
Oh.
He's in a lot of trouble here. Almost a little sound got that instead. Ezreal wisely flashing and blinking away from Sarah.
Oh.
Silas steals the Ezreal ult. This could be huge.
Garen and Olaf trying to fight the Ivern, but are kind of just forced to go away.
We'll see if Silas can find the Ezreal ult. Garen just spinning through danger, as he does. Olaf coming in from behind. He can get the Xerath here easily. Tunnel vision on him, gets him easily. Fall back, that's actually a good thing to do.
Yep.
Despite that, all is still doing enough. Garen's in a lot of trouble now.
Ooh, nice, good. Okay, now you back out again. Don't overcommit.
And Silas does not have the Ezreal ult anymore. So 2 for 2? That's fine.
Yeah. Unfortunately, they don't know that Volibear is taking Rift as they do this, though.
Yeah, it was also. I mean, it wasn't really a 4v5 because it had been a death earlier. But it was not the full power that Brew City had. But you know, good for Cowbell. Now hopefully they don't get overconfident about that.
Yeah. 1 or 2 more of those and they're back in this game. So.
Alright. So 2 turrets to none there. Brew City pushing forward pretty well on that scale. Do have turrets at half health, mid lane, bot, and top, essentially untouched.
Ooh. It's a good thing Morgana landed that binding there, because Ace already hurts.
Yeah, Ace hurts a lot, once again having a lot of the points on this team. Xerath doing very well as well. Almost everyone on Brew City has gotten a piece of the action.
Oh, Garen could be in trouble. But Olaf is right there, so...
Has to turn on Ace there. Should get Ace there.
Ooh, good ult from the Volibear. They're going to be able to turn around and also get Garen.
That was very close. Oh, nice job, Ezreal.
Okay. All in all, that makes it 2 for 2.
Gonna be 3rd turret here for Brew City.
Yep. No one's going to be able to respond to that. There's a chance if they can clear the wave fast enough, they'll be able to get a hit onto the next tower with Shelly as well. And that does look like it's going to be the case, because no one is going up there yet. So this could be a second tower.
Probably
Demolish.
No real counters to it. I think Volibear might be sight there. So 4 turrets to none. Gold lead is 5k. But you know, I think that Cowbell has an opportunity here. Could run right into Silas.
Get that silence. Nope.
Too late.
Okay. Now you back out. Don't run. Go get stuff somewhere else.
J-Dog is solo farming bot lane again. Volibear taking advantage of the extra brush that the ocean provides.
So, honest question for you. After observing how many games is it acceptable for us to become hypercritical of certain players?
I mean, I try to avoid being hypercritical, but at the same time, you know, if I notice patterns in play, Brandana doing very well with it going up. Looks like he's getting taken out as well, but not dodging effectively against Xerath.
So is Morgana.
Volibear is using that dive very effectively. So that was a 3 for 2, 4 for 2.
Plus Dragon unless Ezreal. I mean, he does have ult, so it's not impossible that he could steal this. Okay, never mind. It is now impossible for him to steal this.
Ezreal Dragon's asking for more. Yeah, Brew City's looking pretty unstoppable for this game 3 momentum they have.
Yeah, 3 dragons up about 5-6k gold. 4 turrets to 0. Once again, this is their game to lose.
Yeah, massive gold lead for everyone except Brandana. Managed to produce everyone else. That right to the boulder there.
Yeah, I think you stop chasing at this point. Go clean up your top and bot side.
It looks like J-Dog's just trying to solo farm until he gets to back to the team. Kog'Maw is obviously still very squishy. He's died in the last 2 major fights we've had. Prison there, not worth going into, Higgy. Man needs to get out because he's Garen.
Oh, but now Eternal might be overcommitting.
Yeah, like I said, I don't think the damage is there. Sigtao Eternal is just too tanky for this team right now.
I think if he had chased them all the way up in the jungle, they may have been able to take him, but he turned around last second, so...
Any sort of reasonable positioning. He's trying to do with them.
Yeah, agreed.
Obviously, if he tunnel visions on one champ across half the map while everyone else is hitting him, he'll probably die. Massive, I think, though he does have... Oh. Taking down himself. We're coming back and forth here. J-Dog loses the fight due to the coming out of Hugo Tensei. But they do manage to go 2 for 2 there. Technically 2 for 1 because the other fight was somewhere else entirely. So that wasn't bad for 4 on 4.
Agreed.
Might get Ivern here as well. That's
I don't know if you fight that.
Fall back now a little bit here. Bot lane supports a good prison. Ezreal jumping forward. There's a shield, unfortunately. Big stun of Silas.
Ooh.
Does manage to pick up one of Silas's grab there with the big good line from Silas when he steals Garen's ult.
I want to point out, Cowbell is actually closing the gold difference with each one of these fights, being able to pick off people. You know, even if the trades aren't always favorable, Brew City has some of the bounties and everything. So now if they could only kill that Volibear.
Get those bounties picked up, and also this is the sort of thing that you. Oh, we have another. Not there yet. I thought Silas can cast, but. may anyway. We'll see if what happens here. He's gonna get that. Now he's got to get out somehow. Go up. Anyway, what I was gonna say is that we're seeing something kind of similar to what you might see in Storm, where Cowbell is actually pushing 2 to 3 lanes compared to the more central presence that we've seen Brew City have, which lets them get gold at people.
Right. Which is exactly what they need to do right now. Look for those fights where Brew City overextends, and then otherwise, just farm up, catch up.
Missed that, folks. I was expecting more of an engagement here because I was watching them mulling around. Completely missed that Ace face checked. Garen. Alright, so Baron is up. We would like to see more wards coming out of Cowbell here, especially by Dragon. There's no wards in the bottom 3/4 of the map for Cowbell here. Like to see that adjusted a little bit, if possible. Not like Morgana has anything else to spend her money on. Dragon will be up soon, another Ocean Drake. Oh, might be a little bit of a chance here, though. Cogburn has been in position. This might be the one first match in 5v5 in a while.
Yeah, I'm really hoping they actually do a good 5v5 for Dragon. I think Cowbell definitely needs to contest this one, or else the next Dragon is going to give Soul, and
Alright, so Silas
game
is by
gets a lot
himself,
harder.
but of course with no wards they'll see that. Here he comes in, too far forward, but fortunately Olaf. Now it's Olaf versus Silas. Olaf's doing very well, but we're going to watch the team fight up here first. Olaf should shut that very nice. Garen is take it up. Daisy is just so powerful. We gotta do something about that. They're taking Dragon and fighting at the same time. Brandana versus Santa. Huge battle here. I think Brandana is almost gonna get it. Ezra's gonna help as well. Huge shutdown rewards there. Can't they get Dragon? Lucian does manage to get that Dragon and the stun off on Ezreal. They're gonna probably clean this up. Brandana dodging very well there, but not well enough. The Huge gets away. Gold lead remains about the same, but you know, glimmer of hope there for Cowbell.
yeah, it was a 3 for 2 in that fight, and Brew City obviously also got the Dragon, so good execution. Just kind of showed that they might be a little too far behind. Ooh,
Ezreal
they aren't gonna get away? Nope.
Ezreal is not only incredibly squishy, but he also has not been doing well at dodging all of the artillery that comes out of this team. And of course, it can be very hard to dodge such especially if you're panicking at low health, but it's been a problem for him in this game.
Yeah, I'll be honest, I'm not good at dodging the Ezreal.
Relatively clean. And we have seen a lot of comments in the chat about how you got to kill the Daisy, and I certainly would agree on that. Obviously, it can be kind of hard to get into that mindset. Oh, we've got a champion. We got to get the champion, or she's the champion. But you know, we have seen a ton of damage and spells coming out of that Daisy, and it's dealing a lot to this team.
Not to mention you have like your Ezreal and your Morg who aren't going to be able to, you know, hit their spells past her if she's blocking the entire way. So you chunk her down really fast, get her out of the fight, and even up the fight before you fully commit.
Good dive here by the moment. There we have Garen does a good job on the silence though. Might get another one. Let's see what happens here. Very short range on that Baron. That's going to go down too. Alright, we have a 3-4-1 there. And now the Baron started. Is this a good call?
Yeah, I think Garen backing, he does have teleport, so he backs, he heals up, he teleports in, and then you have a 4v2 for Baron. And that's exactly what he's doing. You do have to worry about the Kog'Maw, he has GA up, but you turn, you immediately pull the fight to them.
Yep, and they're doing that. We have a good move in by by the Olaf there, just completely destroying the Ivern, but big damage coming out of Ace. The problem is Ace is just incredibly durable. He's got the resurrection as well. I think that Cowbell, I'm not going to necessarily say overcommitted, but just doesn't have the presence to deal with this, and now with the turnaround.
Yep. So I like that they turned that around. I like that they tried to fight, but most of their damage went onto the Ivern. And Ezreal, he kind of peeled back and then was out for a lot of that fight, not being able to do a whole lot.
Yeah, Ace was, Ivern was nothing distraction. Good job by Mix. Ace, let him come in and fight him. And at the same time, they've lost one of their Nexus turrets. So not looking great for Cowbell. Now an 8k gold now. But you know, once again, this team has shown that they can make plays happen.
I think at this point, though, all Brew City has to do is push really well until the next dragon comes up. Go fight that. You're probably going to win that fight regardless, unless Ezreal can steal with his ult, and then you push to win.
What it feels like Cowbell. It feels like what Cowbell really needs to do here is A, not push into the fight that just happened. And B, they need to take fights where they can have Hickey and Brandana be the spearhead of their attack. Because all the fights where Hickey and Brandana have managed to get into the fight, they have managed to do well. But we've seen so many fights of Garen half entering the fight, half dead. Brandana charging in on things that you can't survive alone.
J-Dog trying to 1v1 even though he's 0 and 11.
A lot of assists though. He has been involved in
Yeah.
Good play by Hickey there. He's
Not gonna matter though.
no, Ace wasn't really thinking there. Oh, J-Dog doesn't pick off as well. Did a good job of teleporting. J-Dog himself but picks up his first kill. Missed that play because I was not expecting that maneuver there. I was hoping he'd cover the next one.
That does make it a 2-for-1 though, so in favor of Cowbell. But it doesn't seem like Brew City cares too much. They're keeping up the aggression. They're looking to use Baron buff to get this not only tower but hopefully being hit as well.
Yeah, Ezreal, we just saw lose half his health in one exchange. Definitely not durable enough to survive any long-term engagements. Kinda rushing to try to help with this inhibitor. But with Nexus's turrets are almost all gone. Dragon is up momentarily. So I think they are going to just take that Dragon and push and win.
Yeah. I mean, that's the smart way to play this right now. There's no reason to Brew City hasn't been the one that's been overextending for most of their fights. They've been playing it smart, playing it slow. They get Elder here, then they push either mid or bot or both, and they win the game. Who knows though? Maybe Ezreal can steal with his ult. Oh.
Very caught forward. Once again, suffering from those Zero shots. Those huge mana boosts. Oh!
Wow.
Great kill there from Mix. Garen does manage to get away. J-Dog almost runs into Ace and manages to avoid. So we'll see if this Raptor Hunter can do anything. They are against Ivern. Once again, Daisy is just getting so much damage and also incredibly tanky. Daisy is very good. So this inhibitor is going to go down. Bot inhibitor may go down as well. And all they've got is a 60% health turret. Morgana will be up soon.
That turret is gone. Ooh, that volley bear ult.
Big angry bear punching the building. Watch this big angry bear.
Meanwhile, though, they do take down River, and if they can get back into the fight, not gonna happen.
Yeah.
Good effort at the end, but
Yeah, good effort. Not the best execution is unfortunately the story for Cowbell these last couple of games.
ooh, yeah. Honestly, still pretty great performances from most of these players, though. See these damage charts. I imagine Kog'Maw's crazy high. Xerath's pretty high.
Yeah, less close than the last game. I did not feel as good about Cowbell's chances this game as I did last game, but their early game was definitely better. Shout out to Brandana for some great plays, and some good game choices. They should have been could have been a little more focused, but this is the sort of thing that happens when you're actually on a team. Is you get a little bit sense more of where people's focus is going to be and know how to adapt accordingly.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we kind of expect some of these scrim games to be a little one-sided or a little rough because of that exact thing. It's you're playing with people that you probably haven't played with. You're switching around positions all the time, so it is kind of hard. And if you don't have a shot caller on the team, it can kind of be a nightmare, which I do feel is very likely to be the case based on how we saw both those teams play. One of them was very organized when they did engage, and the other one kind of always trickled in all three games for the most part. In that last game, you could definitely see that they were figuring out how to play together, but a little too late.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, I think that is going to be it for this evening's games. Hope you guys enjoyed them as one-sided as they may have been. Saw a lot of really good plays from the jungle side of it. A lot of great plays from the junglers tonight. A couple of champs I wasn't expecting to see, and a couple of roles I wasn't expecting to see.
Jack's mid.
Jack's mid, Nocturne mid, Olaf showing up at all. So yeah, we'll be back with the LCUS. Keep your eyes on the Facebook page, on Reddit, in the Discord, wherever you get your LCUS information. And we'll see you guys next time. You want the final word here, Infinite?
Yeah, just if anyone is interested in helping out in any way, just reach out, fill out one of those forms, or reach out to myself or Jared Ace, and we can always use the help.
All right. That's that. You guys have a good night.